Well, here we are at the corner shop. It's not the first time I've been behind the counter here at the corner shop. I used to often help my mum out when I was a young girl. I was always late for work, and the other lady that worked in the shop used to shout at me and say, "You want to wake yourself up in the morning, gal." This old shop is really steeped with history, from back in the day of Arthur James when it was a saddler's. And then it was referred to as Brontes, and we couldn't quite work that out because John Pitfield did a lot of research and he never actually found a name of Brontes that owned the shop. And then the Parkers owned it and the Goulds, and it was always referred to as the corner shop. Then my mother had it. Now we think that this picture was probably taken back in 1981 because back behind me on the shelf is some Charles and Diana wedding souvenirs. So that would have made my lovely mum 46 and I would have been 18, just married to Paul. Let's check out some of the stock. Let's go to the top shelf first. And there they are in all their glory, those toilet roll dollies. Quite why anyone would want to put their spare toilet roll in a knitted dolly is beyond me. But back in the 1980s, we sold lots of them. They were so popular. Then here, on the top shelf again, is Fred Pitfield's amazing book of Bere Regis. Fred Pitfield and my mother grew up together. They were neighbours down at 2 and 3 Manor Cottages. Then there's the cigarettes, 60p for 20 fags, not bad by today's prices. And I think beer was about the same at 60p a pint. See just behind me the jars. They've got pearl barley and ground rice in, but I just noticed that my mother's handwriting and my handwriting is identical. It's fascinating how people in the same family have the same hand. If you ask anyone of a certain age what their lasting memory of the corner shop is, it'll always be the sweeties in a jar, and how my mother used to expertly weigh them up and put them into crisp white paper bags, shooting them out of the scale pan and rolling them over. There was bonbons, both plain bonbons and strawberry bonbons, pineapple chunks, in mint imperials, dolly mixtures and bullseyes. I don't think they were real though. Happy days of some bygone times. It's actually 4 years ago on Friday, the 6th of June, when my mum passed away. And I often wonder what she would have thought if she'd walked past her shop now and seen people sat in the window eating their breakfast.
Here we are at the entrance to the road to Doddings. Maps of the village call it Froomes Lane. This fence from the 1950s allows a clear view of the village, but now from here you can see no further than the hedge. Just down on the right is the entrance to Woodbury-side. Tyre marks on the road shows us where. Beyond this, all has changed due to the new roundabout constructed in about 1982. It connects this exit to Poole to a new road leading to the north of the village. Here in the centre of the picture is the Royal Oak. Still here with us today, and opposite the pub is the baker's Bemister Stores. This provided daily fresh bread and cakes as well as general goods and groceries, but sadly it's not with us today. The bakery and the shop are now residential dwellings. The large house to the right, behind Bemister Stores, is the old vicarage. This was sold in 1956. During the time Brigadier Tabman owned the house, it was called Summerod's, and many church fetes were held there in the walled garden at the rear. From this viewpoint, the vicarage is now the house just to the left of the Royal Oak, large tree to its left. To your left, in front of the houses, is a field called Court Green. This field is protected as far as cultivation and buildings concerned, as it's the foundations of the manor house. It was used by King John on many occasions and has been a royal manor since Saxon times until the 13th century, when it passed into private ownership.